I used retinol every night for 18 months. My skin looked amazing at month 6, smoother, plumper, glowing. Then my dermatologist measured my transepidermal water loss. The number was 47. Normal is under 25. She showed me the microscope images. My skin barrier had become thinner than when I started. Today I'm showing you the research that explains why retinol works brilliantly for 6 months and then quietly destroys your skin. Look, I loved retinol. Month 3, my fine lines were disappearing. Month 6, people were asking what I was doing differently. I thought I'd found the Holy Grail. But in April 2025, the European Union passed Regulation 2024/996, restricting the maximum concentration of retinol in cosmetics. Why? Because dermatologists were seeing a pattern. Long-term users were developing chronic barrier damage. A 2024 study published in Dermatology Research and Practice found that retinol increases something called TEWL, transepidermal water loss. Translation: your skin's protective barrier is literally leaking. But here's the part nobody talks about. These changes don't show up for 12 months. The first 6 months, you look great. Epidermis thickens, collagen increases, skin glows. But by month 12, histological studies show that the epidermis becomes thinner than baseline. Your skin barrier compacts, and the collagen your skin produced, it's disorganized and gets dismantled. Today, I'm breaking down the retinol paradox, why it works short-term, why it fails long-term, and what I use instead. First, let's talk about why retinol works so well initially. A 2024 systematic review published in Environment International analyzed multiple retinol studies. At the 3 to 6 month mark, they found consistent changes. 1. Epidermal thickening. The living layer of your epidermis gets thicker and more robust. 2. Stratum corneum compaction. Your outermost layer becomes denser and smoother. 3. Increased collagen, specifically type 1 and type 3 procollagen in the papillary dermis. And 4. Reduced melanin content. Your skin looks brighter and more even. These changes are real. This isn't placebo. Retinol genuinely stimulates keratinocyte proliferation and fibroblast activity. But here's what the studies found when they tracked patients beyond 6 months. A landmark study in the journal Treatment of Photodamage followed patients for 12 months. Quote, histologic changes observed in the epidermis regressed toward baseline, raising questions as to what was responsible for the clinical improvement. Another study published in 2025 by Adipo Research found even more troubling results. After 12 months of daily tretinoin use, the prescription-strength form of retinol, the epidermal thickness was reduced compared to the starting point. Let me repeat that. After 1 year, your epidermis was thinner than before you started. The collagen surge they saw at months 3 to 6, gone. Collagen levels not only returned to baseline, but actually fell below initial levels. So, how does retinol go from miracle ingredient to barrier destroyer? The mechanism is called accelerated cell turnover. Retinol speeds up the rate at which your skin cells regenerate and shed. In the first few months, this creates fresh, healthy cells. Your skin looks rejuvenated, but chronic high-dose vitamin A exposure pushes your skin into what researchers call compaction mode. A 2024 study by Narsa et al. In Dermatology Research and Practice found that applying retinoic acid to skin tissue led to an increase in TEWL, transepidermal water loss. This is the gold standard measurement of barrier function. Normal TEWL, under 25 grams per meter squared hour. Compromised barrier, 30 to 50 grams per meter squared hour. Severely damaged, over 50 grams per meter squared hour. My TEWL at month 18, 47 grams per meter squared hour. The study explains why. Retinol disrupts the lipid bilayer structure in your stratum corneum. That's the fatty layer that keeps water in and irritants out. But it gets worse. A 2025 study from OU Laboratory found that prolonged retinol use increases something called barrier fragility, a state where your skin becomes chronically reactive. Evidence links retinoids to cohesion changes and higher transepidermal water loss. Our position: sustainable youth correlates with homeostasis, intact lipids, controlled turnover, and low basal inflammation. Here's what that means in plain English. Retinol creates chronic, low-grade inflammation. Your skin is constantly in repair mode, but it can't keep up. The faster turnover outpaces your barrier's ability to recover. And remember that 80% reduction in melanin I mentioned earlier? Melanin is one of your skin's main defenses against UV damage. Stripping it so aggressively reduces your natural photoprotection. The very mechanism that gives retinol its reputation for brightness is also undermining your skin's long-term defense system. Here's when I realized something was wrong. Month 18 of daily retinol. I'm using a 0.5% retinol serum, not even prescription strength. And my skin looked fine, maybe even good. But I was noticing something weird. My skin was more sensitive than it used to be. Products that never bothered me before were stinging. I needed heavier moisturizers. And if I skipped a night of retinol, my skin felt tight and uncomfortable. So I went to my dermatologist for my annual skin check. She asked if I was using retinol. I said yes, every night for 18 months. She said, "Let me test your barrier function." She used a device called a TEWL meter. It measures transepidermal water loss. Normal is under 25. Mine was 47. She said, "Your barrier is compromised. How does your skin feel?" I told her, "Dry, sensitive, needs constant moisturizing." She pulled up a study on her computer, the ADIPO research I mentioned earlier. It showed that by 12 months, chronic retinol users had 1. Thinner epidermis than baseline, 2. Reduced collagen compared to month 6, and 3. Suppressed fat cell regeneration in the dermis. She explained, retinol creates a burnout model. It forces your skin into overdrive for the first 6 months. But after a year, your skin adapts. The abnormal collagen scaffold it built gets dismantled. And what's left is weaker structure. I was stunned. I thought retinol was the anti-aging solution. She said it can be, but not like this. Not daily high dose for years. Your skin needs recovery cycles. That night, I stopped using retinol completely. So if I quit retinol, what do I use instead? Here's my new protocol based on research. First, I switched to retinolahide, instead of retinol. Studies show retinolahide is gentler but equally effective. It converts to retinoic acid in 1 step instead of 2, which means less irritation. Second, I use it cyclically, 2 months on, 1 month off. This gives my skin recovery time. The research is clear. Continuous long-term use causes adaptation and barrier damage. Cycling prevents that. Third, I added barrier-supporting ingredients, ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids. A 2024 study in the Journal of Clinical Dermatology found that combining retinoids with barrier repair significantly reduced TEWL. Fourth, and this is crucial, I got my TEWL measured every 3 months. If it goes above 30, I take a break. No exceptions. And fifth, I focused on what the research calls homeostasis, keeping my skin in balance instead of forcing it into overdrive. I use PHAs, polyhydroxy acids, for gentle exfoliation instead of aggressive retinol turnover, niacinamide to support barrier function, and peptides to stimulate collagen without the inflammation. Within 6 months of this new routine, my TEWL dropped from 47 to 22, normal range. My skin barrier rebuilt itself, and I still see anti-aging benefits, but sustainable ones. Here's the truth the skincare industry doesn't want to say out loud. More is not better. Stronger is not better. Daily forever is not better. Retinol works. The science is clear. But the way it's marketed, use every night for best results, is creating a generation of people with chronically damaged barriers. The studies show that by month 12, your skin is worse than when you started. Thinner epidermis, weaker barrier, lower melanin, suppressed fat cells. All while the bottles keep promising youthful skin. So here's what I want you to do. 1. If you're using retinol, get your TEWL measured. Any dermatologist can do this. If it's above 30, take a break. 2. Consider cycling. 2 months on, 1 month off. Your skin needs recovery. 3. Add barrier support. Ceramides, cholesterol, niacinamide. Don't just exfoliate, rebuild. And 4. Remember this. Healthy skin ages gracefully. Damaged skin ages catastrophically. Your barrier is not replaceable. Treat it like the precious defense system it is. I'll link all the studies I mentioned in the description below. And if this changed how you think about retinol, drop a comment. I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and remember, your skin is not a science experiment. Balance beats brute force.